Welcome back to Proverbs 31 Life. It is Friday. It is our homeschool post again. And now we are opening our Bible curriculum for this year. So we're going to, it's not an unboxing, it's in a bag, but we're going to open this, look at what it is. I'm going to explain what it is, why we use it, what we're doing. This is from, let's see if I can, I don't want to cut anything inside. This is from Masterbooks curriculum. A lot of you are probably familiar with them. They are a biblical curriculum. Lots of people use them, love them. So this is just how they've packaged things. So it was in the FedEx envelope, but it is in a box, so things aren't getting damaged. If you are familiar with the Creation Museum, if you are familiar with the Ark, Ken Ham, he is involved with all of that. Well, he's also involved, he's written lots of books and curriculum and stuff. And one of the big things that you may know him by is Answers in Genesis. And that is what I have. That looks handwritten. So there's a note in here that says, thank you from Masterbooks. And it says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. That is not King James, but there's a name here. It says Colton Lovell. So I don't know if that's like the person that packaged this or what, but that's cool. On the back of this, it's going to give you some instructions on how to return it if you want. Sharing your hashtag Box Day moment of our Moms of Masterbooks Facebook page. I didn't know they had that, Moms of Masterbooks. So if you are looking at homeschooling, looking at Masterbooks, go check out that Facebook page. You'll probably find some really good help and resources in there. So we use Masterbooks starting really in middle school, but we might look at their elementary stuff for my youngest, but we use their apologetics as Bible. So the previous video 2 weeks ago talked about our family Bible time. We do devotion and all that. Well, then my oldest, when he has his own Bible class, Bible time, this is what we use. So we have used their apologetics class 2 years in a row already. And so this is a new curriculum. So I like this. So Masterbooks is going to get, when you buy the kit, which is what I did, you're going to get this. This is your teacher guide. This is going to tell you, and all of their curriculum is set up this way. It's going to tell you right here what grades it is and the class. So this is our 9th through 12th grade. You can use this any of those years. This is apologetics. This is what's in here. These are the books that go with this book. And in here, it gives you your lesson plans written out like this. Day 1, this is the assignment. This is the date. Did they do it? What's the grade? Everything is right here. Tells you the tests and quizzes and all the things. Worksheets, tests, worksheets, quizzes, tests, whatever they call them. All those answers are back here in the back to all of it, to give you a guide, something to go by. So this year we are doing answers, the new answers book. This is number 1 and number 2. This is going to be like his textbook. This is what he's going to read. Your student is going to read. So the very first question, the new answers book starts out with, is there really a God? And it's going to look at this question. And it's going to answer that question. It's going to help your kids build their faith for themselves. This would even be really good to do together, to read through it, work through it, all that. The subtitle for chapter 1 is God, an eternal, uncreated being, ? Your kids are going to have questions, and it's okay that they have questions. We're just going to go to the Bible and let the Bible answer itself and build our faith with that. And that's what this is going to help them to do. The way we do this is my son reads this independently, and he does his worksheets. And if he has any questions, he wants to know what a word is, we discuss it, talk about it, ask him if he has any questions. What did you learn? And we just kind of discuss it a little bit as we go. I don't really micromanage his Bible a lot. I check to make sure his worksheets are done and there's somewhat of a decent answer in there, but I don't make a whole sermon life lesson out of, every day. And I'm okay with that. So this one is going to give you a biblical worldview to subjects from Genesis, the days of creation, millions of years, dinosaurs, carbon dating, fossils, Noah's Ark and the flood, and so much more. Answers in Genesis, there's actually 4 of these books. There's a new book. So next year we'll do books 3 and 4. And that's going to give us a whole year, I believe it's 180 days of curriculum is what this is. Just these 2 books. So you see they're pretty thick. There's a box set that says it's Elementary Apologetics, Answers in Genesis. And I think there's like 6 books and they're much smaller for those elementary years. And it talks about a lot of the same things, but it's going to put it on the level for the little kids. I want to say, yes, this is 180 days. There's some review days in here. There's test days in here. This is actually 4 days a week. So I'm looking day 150, 155, 60, 65, 70. So like every Friday, there's no work. So it's actually a little less than 180 days. But if you needed a review day, or we need to stay on this one chapter a little longer and read through this again, they've given you plenty of time to do that. And I really like this. There's markers in here for where the quarter ends, 3rd quarter ends, 4th quarter begins, 2nd semester, things like that. So this is actually a 4-day course. So what your student's going to do, they are just going to read what is assigned and come back and answer the questions. So this one, the very first chapter, is from pages 7 to 24. Sometimes they let them read the whole chapter, and then sometimes they break it up into 2 different days. So yeah, day 3 is They're Really a God. They're going to read the whole thing and then do questions. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 to 7 questions per worksheet to explain and ask them what they read. All the answers are in here. If they read it, they can either just like if they're defining a word, how did the book define it? And if they are reading it, it's like, well, how do you explain this? They get to use this to build their thought process on. So this is Masterbooks, New Answers in Genesis 1. It's a New Answers book from Answers in Genesis. This is talking about creation and evolution of the Bible from Ken Ham. So that is what we are using this year for 9th grade Bible, is apologetics. So I hope that is a help to you. If you have any questions about stuff, feel free to comment. And as always, like, share, subscribe, helps the channel. And I hope this is a help and encouragement to you and just helps to give you a direction on options that are out there. We have used Abeka for the younger elementary years up through 4th or 5th grade. And it was good. It's a really good foundation. Lots of Bible memory in there. We love Abeka. But as they get older, I want my kids to be able to defend their faith, know what they believe, why they believe it, not just because mom said, not just because pastor said, but for themselves, because they're going to be met with questions like this. And it's really good for all of us to be able to answer those questions, not just our kids. So if you guys have any questions, comment below. I'm happy to help, but I hope this is a help to you. So until next time, stay in the Word, stay close to the shepherd, and let him lead you in passive righteousness.